Thousands of East Berliners have been pouring into West Berlin since the borders were open. And tonight in this city, famous for its carefree nightlife, in this city where the song says, life is a cabaret. Tonight in Berlin...
Are you seeing this, Janet? Janice, get in here.
I'm coming, Darryl.
You gotta open the door, Janice.
This is the east side of the Brandenburg Gate where thousands of East Berliners have been crossing into freedom all day long.
Whoa! I made cookies.
And don't lie to me, Janice. You just bought those from the Kmart.
Yeah, you're right, Darryl. You always right.
Janice, I don't give two beer bottles about your cookies. Now get over here and watch the television. Can you believe this malarkey?
Ooh, television? You ain't never letting me watch television.
Can you believe this, Janice?
I mean, what?
Well, they done torn down that Berlin Wall.
Wow. That's an all-time low even for little Gorbachev. He promised to build a fantastic wall and make Berlin great again. What are you talking about? Donald Trump?
Who's Donald Trump? Yeah, Julian, who's that?
Never mind. Holy!
Ich weiß nicht. Oh. Man, I don't do no interviews. What? Did Janice put you out to this? Man, I don't want to do this.
Sit down, Darryl.
I don't want to do it.
Put on Shrek. You like Shrek. Put it on.
You're in America. Speak American.
The day was May 8th, 1945. World War II had just ended. America had just demolished Hiroshima. Like, they took them out like your drunk cousin shoots a beer bottle and glass flies everywhere.
You know, they dropped that bomb. And after that, Berlin was divided into 4 different sectors. You had American in the south, French in the west, and Soviet Union in the east. Stupid commies. Well, what, I forget something? Oh, British ain't even a state, man. What you, Daniel Radcliffe? Who gives a beer bottle?
Darryl, I found your whiskey.
We come here and talk about this wall or something. We never thought it actually would happen, but it did, and it was great.
See, we lived here on the east side. Lots of farmland. It was a booming time for alcoholics.
Yeah, we loved it. Nobody got in, nobody got out. Except for doctors and rich snobs. But doctors, them's are for pansies, and rich snobs, nobody likes those. Who you, Bill Gates or someone? Go invent a computer in West Berlin. I took one out with my shotgun last week. It was in my yard, and I said, "Hey, Janice, there's a rich guy in our yard," and then I took out my shotgun and I shot him dead. Was that too violent for a film? Okay. I told you. Sit
down, Darryl. Britain's leader, Winston Churchill or something like that, hinted at it with a little speech of his in Missouri about an iron curtain or something to the Americans on March 5th, 1946. Hey, Darryl! What was that little speech about an iron curtain or something?
Curtains can't be made of iron, Janice. Made one myself of toasters. And I thought my showers were hot in community college. Ha! Just kidding, I didn't go to no college.
And besides, on June 23rd, 1945, we switched currencies. So West Side had their own manners, and we had our own.
These are kind of euros we had in East Germany. Pretty cool, ain't it? Hey, Janice!
What?
What are you making all that ruckus for?
I'm making you pork chop, Darryl.
Don't make me come in there.
Do it, I dare
Shoot you again.
Put on track! Put on track! Put it on! It was especially cool on June 30th, 1946. The wall was safeguarded by a Soviet Union military. It made it a challenge to cross. Ha!
Not for us, so ain't that right, James?
You right, Darryl.
You want me to answer questions or what track? How'd you get in my house? How'd you get in? Did Janice let you in? Who let you in my house? How'd you get in here? Okay, I'll get my shotgun. I'm getting my shotgun.
Darryl, sit down.
God, you don't
Sit
wanna...
down
There
now!
was a couple, though, that escaped without our extravagant ideas. For some reason, they thought that democracy and freedom was better than a good old-fashioned communism.
What were the escapees? Every day we tried to come up with a new way to cross that dang border. One day, me and Dad, we tried to dig under the wall and we came up and we realized we were in America.
Man, those were some good times. There was one time we were trying to get over the border, and we took this potato sack and taped it onto another potato sack, and then onto another, and we took a shandle and we put it under the potato sack and we floated all the way over the border. They even shot us down right into West Germany. And then we did the same thing going back to East Germany because I forgot to close the garage door. And because we wanted to see how well we could get back and forth between the two. We were rebels back then.
Now, come June 24th, 1948, they put something called the Berlin Blockade or something like that. They put that up and it's just divided the East and West more. Didn't stop me and Dale no more though. We still found our ways across.
There was one time we were trying to cross the border between East and West Germany, and we climbed over the wall, and there's a dead man's area where they had dogs and landmines and things like that. We was wanting to cross it because, you know, why not? Nobody else was gonna do it. So we was running across it, and Janice was like, hey, they shooting at us. And I said, okay, Janice, got my back. We're almost across that no man's land, and I heard Janice call from my back, and she said, hey, Darryl, I done been shot in my butt. I said, well, if you didn't wear such short shorts, and maybe you had gone to that Pilates class I told you to go to last week, maybe your butt wouldn't be such a big target for everyone to shoot at.
And then on August 13th, 1961, they put more stuff up between East and West Berlin to stop us from getting across. Well, stop others. Me and Darryl, we was still just like jumping means getting over that barrier. Ain't that right, Darryl?
Shut up! And then 3 days later, after changing our currency, some people from the American side, they came and they dropped some materials for us. It was, they dropped us some food, some water, some animals. I got a pig once on my apartment. They didn't drop any booze though, because God forbid us Berliners have any booze. And then for some reason, on about a year later, on September 30th, 1949, I noticed that the people from the American side, they stopped dropping us stuff. I think they realized that either we weren't worth it or that they didn't have booze, so they might as well not drop anything at all. Well, then around December 11th, 1957, we was looking at the newspaper and we saw that now crossing the border between East Germany and West Germany without permission was now outlawed, and you could get sent to prison for about 3 years. And we said it's more of a challenge for us, and even if we did go to prison, we'd find a way to escape. And even if we couldn't escape, every German prison has Jägermeister as the common drink. So, yeah. On June 26, 1963, some President John F. Kennedy or something, he came over and tried to ruin it for the rest of us. I called himself some jelly donut or something. Didn't work for him though. The most persuading he did was make our leader want a jelly donut.
June 12th, 1987, some other president from Americas comes over and starts telling us to tear down our wall. Ronald Reagan was his name, something like that. Anyway, he comes into my country, starts telling my leader Gorbachev to tear down my wall. You believe that? Democrats. Now, November 9th, 1989. Stop it now!
Bite me!
Man! God. November 9th, 1989. One of the saddest days for us East Berliners. The Berlin Wall was opened.
And that was when Janice and we came to America, because Germany ain't no fun anymore. And I wanted to see Hooters. They got some pretty good tater tots, if you know what I mean.
The leg is so flat.
Shut up, Janice. Man, I wish they hadn't taken that wall down. Well, I guess we'll work on crossing the Mexican-American border. We'll start planning on that tomorrow. Janice, where's my steak?
It ain't no steak, Darryl. It's pork chops.
Want me to beat you again?
Hey, you guys are
Do
back.
it. I dare you.
Goodness, they're fighting. We should get out of here. Yeah, we should get out of here.